My hopes for the future of my community are that we can begin to empathize better by putting ourselves in the shoes of those less fortunate. Too many people believe that African American youth are thugs, but we must give them and most importantly ourselves a chance to understand and learn more deeply about the people we judge and stereotype. This will allow for rational thought processes and better reasoning. By stepping into the community and putting people in context with that community, their culture, and their daily lives, we can understand who they are much more clearly. Understanding W.E.B. Du Bois's double consciousness is key as well, because seeing yourself through the eyes of someone else and vice versa can begin to remove the predetermined layers of identity and really begin to understand who people are, what makes them who they are, and how we can continue to move forward to demolish stereotyping and create equality and empathy for those less fortunate than us. The hopes for my community have been established based off of my service learning experience and the topics I have learned in class. My understanding of cultural identity has developed to become much more accepting of everyone as a whole, to not view any particular culture, race, or ethnicity as more dominant than another. Everyone comes from different families, communities, cultures, and lifestyles, but that doesn't mean that one person's life reflects their culture or ethnicity as a whole. I've learned to use race as a technology because it is a tool that allows us to understand humanity and the way the world is viewed from different perspectives. There is not one specific mold for defining a race. Instead, we have to be able to use it as a tool itself to understand the multiplicity of what defines it. As a result of my service learning and experience with this class, my perceptions on African American youth and the youth in the inner city of Milwaukee have changed immensely. After teaching third grade students at Brown Street Academy, I was able to understand just how more difficult lives these young kids live every day. The children at such a young age live lives outside of school, surrounded with negativity. This is in the neighborhood they live in and their family lives at home. Some kids don't have reliable transportation every day. Some have lost parents or loved ones in brutal fashion. It is a challenge to leave this wonderful school filled with uplifting spirits and positivity and keep the same positive attitude outside of school where their environment may be unstable. Although these children live difficult lives outside of the classroom, I still see that they can be a positive and upbeat, loving and caring, and want to better themselves. They just need extra support and encouragement, and that is where I feel I've been able to make a difference, by being an outside source that these children can't wait to see every week and help motivate them to do their best and excel at learning. My perception of identity has changed throughout the course of this semester by truly understanding how powerful and influential I can be to the youth. I enjoyed the feeling of teaching and making a difference. I enjoy problem solving as I do as a designer, but being able to apply this creative knowledge to overcome the challenges that have been put in front of me during my service learning has allowed me to find new creative ways to solve these problems. I have found that I have a niche with teaching, and I really care about the youth and their success. I feel for these kids and the difficult lives they live. They deserve a chance just like anyone else. It just takes the rest of the community to understand how much less privileged they are than we were as kids and how vital our interaction at a young age is. I've also found myself more sensitive to what goes on in the inner city of Milwaukee, seeing just how much more weight can be put on the shoulders of a child and potentially corrupt a young mind into traveling down a more rocky path. With that, I've also become more empathetic towards the older generation of minorities in Milwaukee, seeing that they may have been corrupted by the lives they lived as a child, without much positive direction and without the integration of people such as the service learners or a more stable household and neighborhood. These people have been put in a difficult place to even have a chance of success. My understanding of my role in the community I live in has been further developed because of my service learning experience and class experience. I've come to understand that the world is my community. Not all at once, but wherever I step foot every day, that is my community. If I see something wrong or different, don't judge right away. Take a chance to think about how I can take a positive difference, no matter how big or small. Understanding empathy, and most importantly patience with the community I interact with is the key. Everyone is so diverse, it is unfair to judge, especially our youth. Instead, we must adapt, have an open mind, be curious, and get to know the roots of the community. It all starts with the children. African American youth are not thugs, rather they are starving for success, love, care, and motivation. I am proud to say that I have been a small part of a child's life that will hopefully lead to a much longer lasting positive influence.
Bazooka, bazooka,